Oh, it's very hot. Woo. Oh, much better. Got my fan on low, so if you hear a little bit of a hum, that's what that is, yeah. Okay. Got my pearls on. Chill. Well, I got a comment, and it basically said, because I've been talking about moving into getting a bricks and sticks for maybe a year. Let's try it out. Nothing hard, nothing wrong with trying something out again. Because I've been in a minivan for 6 years, and I'm minivan Lee. Chill. I'm a chill girl. I like to chill out. Peace. Well, and so if you're new here, I have been talking about not right away. No. Let's see. This is almost July, August, September, October. Yeah. November, December, maybe even January, February, getting a place. Just having more of a home base with a bathtub and a sink. Oh my, yeah, and a toilet. Woo, yeah. How cool is that? So, but I did get a comment, and I don't know the name. They said, well, I'm really disappointed that you'd be getting a place. I was going to become a nomad, but now I'm not going to. Yeah, and I forget the rest. I'm not gonna, make it up because I forget. It was about that thick of a comment. Hey, if you're not gonna be a nomad, because I'm thinking about getting a place, and you probably really weren't serious about it, were you? And I'm gonna mention. Let's talk about this just briefly. Unless you're serious, don't do this. Well, don't let your house go. You can play around with it. You can even pretend that you're a nomad. I know I'm putting things away here. You can pretend you're a nomad in your house. Yeah. Block off a little space for you and go sit in it. Yeah. Now back here from the front seat all the way to the back is about 8 feet. And then it's approximately 5 feet across. Door, second row, the sliding door to sliding door. But as it goes back, it does kind of narrow because we've got these here that kind of take space. I think I might have to sneeze. Oh dear. Whew. Woo. There'll be another one. Sneeze is coming too. So how about you? Okay, leave a comment. Is that true for you? I sometimes do 3 or 4 or 5, depending, but there's always a second one. Now, could prove me wrong on this time, but yeah, usually there's 2 sneezes. This might be the time there's not 2. Isn't that funny? But yeah, no, becoming a nomad, moving into your vehicle and getting rid of all your stuff, everything, it's a serious situation. You don't want to just do it because a YouTuber like Ma is doing it. No. And then if they decide not to do it anymore, you say, well, I quit too. I'm never going to do it, or I quit. No, you can't. You got to have better reasons than that. You don't ever want to be a follower. You want to be unreasonable and see things for yourself. See things as different from the way other people see things. So, yeah, it is serious. And it is a big deal to live in your vehicle. And for me, it doesn't matter where I go. For me, the worst is the summer. I really, because you have to think about elevation. You don't think about going north or going south. You got to think about the elevation. And, well, I don't know. Can you think about north? I suppose if you're on the North Pole, is that high elevation then? Well, that's a good question. Is it just because it is like the North Pole, Antarctica or Antarctica? Or is it because it's Antarctica or the Arctic or the Antarctic? It's because they're really at a high elevation anyways? That's a good question. I never thought about that one. Yeah. If you know the answer, yeah. And I may look it up too when I get done with this. So it might be both, So yeah. But just going up to Wisconsin does not mean that it's going to be cool, because it might be low elevation. I know North Dakota and South Dakota, they're north, and they're hot in the summer. So, well, for me, the summer, I just don't like the heat. I've lived in Tucson for 40 years in a bricks and sticks. Now, I had air conditioning, or I had evaporative cooling, if you know what that is. Yeah, we call them sometimes swamp coolers, yeah. But evaporative cooling, it's basically wind. Let me move this so I can get some more wind. I don't want to turn it on high. I'm going to leave it on low because it might be too noisy. But yeah, wind and water. Wind, the two W's, wind and water, will keep you cool. Yeah. Well, so yeah, I am a little anxious. I can deal with this, but I am just like, ooh, yeah, this might be my last summer for a year that I'm not in a minivan during the summer. It's just, it's hard to find a place. I mean, even at 7,000 elevation, it's starting to really get warm. And for some of us, like me, high elevation is, I don't breathe well in very high elevation. Some people just don't. And so if I went up to like more, like you go up to Colorado where it's like good 8, 9, 10,000 feet, yeah, it might be cooler, but I don't think I would do well in it. I really don't. So I would be miserable either way. So yeah, a place looks pretty darn good to me. So, and I know I'm going to keep talking about it. All these new ideas are coming into my head. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm thinking of all kinds of things, ideas for it. So it'll be fun. It'll be fun. Another thing I do want to mention is that I did a short on it, but I don't know how long it's been since I've talked about it in just a regular video. If you are in a car or you are in, well, any rig, and you're sitting in the front seat all the time, your feet are down and blood is going to pool down there. It just is. So you don't want to do that. When I'm sitting in my van, a lot of times my feet are propped up. I'm propping up my feet. A lot of times I got the bin right here. I prop my feet up on this bin. Yeah, I need to prop my feet up. I don't ever want to I don't like to sit like that, you know. So you want to prop your feet up. Now, okay, let me adjust this. Now, if you are sleeping in your front seat and your feet are down, no, it's dangerous, because you can get blood clots and it can cause an aneurysm. And the clot could move through your system and go up to your brain. You don't want that, okay? Or it can go into your heart. You do not want to sit in your seat too long during the day, and it's a no-no at night. You have got to get your feet propped up or lay flat while you sleep, which is what I do. Now, if you're new to me, I have a sleeping bag here. It's a very thick one. It's a -25 sleeping bag. I don't sleep in it. I sleep on top of it. And literally, I have been sleeping with barely a sheet on during the summertime. And I usually have my water spray bottle handy so that I can, even if it's really hot, I can kind of, especially while I'm falling asleep, I kind of spray myself down. And I sleep in my underwear and a little shirt, and I spray down my underwear too, just to get it started, and then I can kind of fall asleep. Because with the fan blowing, I have a fan right there, as it's blowing on me, it's cooling me down. Fans are wonderful. I use a USB fan, only I don't have a battery. I don't get one with batteries in it, a lithium battery, because in my opinion, and usually people say, oh, mine is fine, and then about 3 months later they say, whoops, my battery doesn't hold a charge anymore. If you got to plug it in anyways, the batteries don't charge up for very long. Some of them say maybe they're getting better. I don't know. But the ones I had, and even Paul had one too, and he says, yep, it won't keep a charge anymore for maybe like 2-3 hours. They say they're good for like 9-10 hours, 11 hours, but it diminishes quickly to where you might get 3 hours. Well, if you're sleeping at night and it's in the heat and your fan just while you're sleeping goes off, you're going to wake up pretty darn sweaty. So what I do is I just buy a USB fan. They're cheaper than having to pay for a lithium battery. And if I've got to plug them in anyways, because they won't hold a charge for very long, yeah, just get the USB fans. Mine is a 9-inch, but you can find 6 inches also. Mine's a 9-inch. I think it's a lot better. Okay. What else? Well, let me show you this fan. You see the cord. The cord will reach over here. Okay. Oops. There, this is on high. Okay, here we go. There we go. Okay. My fan just decided to die on me right as I'm doing this. This is not good at all. Wait a minute. Well, I guess I have to like turn around 3 times, count to 5, and then do a little prayer on it, and it'll work. Okay, this is on high. Oh, I see. It's the cord. This is a bad one, hon. Oh my gosh. Okay, looks like I need to get a new fan. That's the only problem is, yeah, this. Ay, 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 Lucy. That's from I Love Lucy. Ay, 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 Lucy. Okay, so this is my 9-inch fan. What I like about this is no polar, but I think they changed the name. You know what's really great about this too is that you can take this, you bend this down, and this comes off, so you can clean the blades super easy. Super easy. Yeah, this is a 9-inch. I had a 6-inch. Okay, what? Yeah. It's just another, although they make them nice, it's all the more reason. It's just all these little things that have to be constantly rebought because you're in a van and you got things twisted and the wiring and everything. It will be nice to be in a regular place. But here's another thing. So you got the issue on keeping cool and on propping your feet up while you're sleeping. You've got to, even if like you're in a truck and you only have those 2 front seats, you got to somehow turn a little bit so your feet can be propped up on like the dash or something, because it's really serious. I don't know how many times I met people that just got started. A lot of them were in Reno. There were people that just became homeless and they had to sleep in their cars because they didn't have a time to find a minivan or anything, and didn't have the money for that. So they were in a sedan, and they would wake up and I'd be like, wow, what are my feet all swelled up for? And I'd say, well, it's because you're sleeping with your feet down all night long. And then during the day, you're sitting in your van. You're sitting in your car with your feet down. Your feet are not getting up to, relieve the pressure. So, yeah. I've been doing so much thinking about the transition because that's how my mind works. I like to prepare. I don't want to just think about it at the last minute. Oh, okay. But what I want to do is I want to keep this as a camper van. Obviously, I'm going to use it to travel, and especially in the winter, go up and down Arizona. Yeah, Quartzsite. Yeah, you got to go visit those places at least once for a week and then come back. But I want to keep everything just exactly the way it is. Now, a lot of these bins I was thinking they're going to go in, right? And but I want to have a few bins, only a few, that will, if I'm going to go, whoops, let me get the chill straight. If I'm going to go and use it for traveling, all I have to do is pick up those bins and go. So what would be in the bins would be very important stuff for traveling. Only. Now, the reason I mention this is very worthy talk, because a lot of you are already in a home. And I've been telling a lot of people, hey, you know, things could go down. There could be some sort of a disaster or whatever in your area, and you need to get out. It could be as a fire. You have to evacuate. Well, wouldn't it be nice to have your vehicle ready to go with some bins that you can survive with? Things that are in there, food, things like that, that you can survive. And you just are going to throw them in. Let's say it's in your garage. You have those bins ready to go, and when it goes, you have to get out now. You got those bins ready to go to throw in your van. See, this is what I am talking about. So what I'm going to be doing is doing nothing more than switching over to making this more like a camper van than an actual home. That's really all it's going to be. Because, and I was thinking like these pillows here, and I got my bedding, right? Well, I may just want to keep those there, because I can always, how much do pillows cost? I can always get more pillows, and I can get more bedding for inside of a house. Seriously, I would probably start actually going to secondhand stores. Now, I'm not sure about these drawers. Just keep the drawers in. And I'm not going to take my fairy lights down. Those are going to stay. Probably what I'm going to end up with, I'm thinking in my mind, I'll probably end up with maybe those bins up there. Those bins will stay. And these bins that are right here, these will go in, and I can go through them. Anything extra that is only for camper van, I can do a switch over. So it will take time to organize it up, but hey, I'm up for the game. Yeah, I'm up for it. Up for the challenge. Yeah. So it'll be a lot of fun. But please do not, let's get the flour in. And I'm all crooked here. I'm just crooked. Yeah, there we go. Okay. You know, like if you are thinking of doing van life and you wouldn't do it only because I might get a place in about 4 months. No, you probably didn't want to do it at all, because who am I? I'm your friend. I'm not you and you're not me. And we're friends. We're like family friends, right? But yeah, you got to be your own person now. Come on. I talk about that. You got to be your own person. You have to make your own decisions. As my mom said, if everybody else jumped off the Brooklyn Bridge, would you jump too, right? No, don't jump off the bridge. Yeah, you have to be serious about it. I really mean that. You have to know what you're doing. And it's got to be something that you want to do, because this lifestyle is not for everybody. No. Okay. Well, I think that's about it. Pretty hot. It's just hot out. What can I say? I love you guys. Please subscribe and give me a thumbs up. Thank you all for, my supply of neck gaiters is going down, because so many of you are ordering them. But I will mention there's a big sale going on. It's like almost, it's cut in half. It's not so much about making money right now. It's about making room. And I'm carrying the neck gaiters. So I've got some collections. I want you to go to minivanlee.com and look at them. And it's a way to support me too. But it's really, at this point, it's about making space. I still have a few, not many, the head wraps, yeah, the shmogs. Okay, the shmogs, and I still have some of those, and of course I've got the exercise videos. So, and then if you want to give me a gift, there's a gift on there. So other than that, we got the book. Oh my gosh, it's on Amazon, and it is the best book ever. It really is. And it's the best Nomad book from A to Z, getting you on the road. If it's really what you want to do. And it is a fun lifestyle. But like I say, it's not for everybody. Yeah. Okay. Until tomorrow. I love you guys. Bye. Turn these lights off. There we go.